What up? Oh, kind of a video update with the build. It is currently snowing in Colorado, and with me not having heat in the camper trailer yet, I choose to not really stay in it just because I don't want to freeze my ass off. My plans are when I get back to the car is to pull the motor and transmission out of it and get it ready for my 5-speed manual SVX swap, which the SVX will be towing the Outback. Kind of a little worried about that, but it should be fine. I mean, I pulled a lot more weight with my Forester, and I'm going to put a decent clutch in it if I can figure out how to afford it, and try to make it beefier as I can. The motor in my car is weak. It is smoking. It was in my first SVX that I drove for about a year and a half and beat the crap out of it because, well, I'm a little hard on cars. But anyway, it's smoking and doing some concerning things, but I think I'm going to run it until it decides it doesn't want to be a motor no more, and throw a rod or start knocking or whatever, and then I plan to pull it out. And I'm not sure what I'll do with the SVX motor. I'm thinking about doing the 3.0R swap or the other newer 6-cylinders that Subaru offered. The 3.0R would be a little easier because, well, I'm adapting the newer engine technology into my SVX. That means all harness swaps, computers, everything out of an Outback is going to go into my car eventually, just so I have newer technology and it's a little more reliable. And then I'll slap the little turbo that I have from my SVX, or not the SVX, the Forester. God damn it, I can't talk. The Outback had a 2.5 liter turbo, which has head gasket issues. I am also toying with the idea of putting the turbo 4-cylinder in my car, and I can do cob tuning and do up pipe, down pipes, and headers, and do a whole bunch of other upgrades to it to make the engine more powerful and more stout. And it may sound stupid, but it's like EcoBoost technology, and maybe do better internals so it'll hold together and just kind of take care of it, not run it really hard, not race it and stuff, because it'll be my primary driving car. I'm not really excited about doing the 5-speed manual swap in the SVX because of the complications. That car was never designed to have a 5-speed manual, and there's cross members you got to get, and just certain complications that make it difficult to do the swap. And with me being looking for work and not having the money to dump into a new cross member or stuff like that, I'm going to have to fabricate my own stuff out of what I have. And the other problem is I'm doing it in the back of a parking lot of a auto parts store, which, yeah, auto parts store, I'll have access to parts, but I don't really order parts or get parts that I need from auto parts store. I'd rather get it online so I could get like an upgraded or a different part or a better part. And the auto parts store, I used to work for them, so there's a little bit of animosity there, but a friend of mine still works there, and when I'm gone, she keeps an eye on my 2 cars and whatnot. But I will post another video shortly about taking the front suspension down, and I'm actually thinking about keeping the front suspension because of the Outback has a lift on it, and it has lifted struts, and I want to eventually lift my SVX about 2.5, 3 inches and put some negative offset tires on it and just kind of make it this off-road sports car, because not a whole lot of people do it, and I'm going to be doing a lot of camping and a lot of off-roading, and it'll be at the Gamblers the coming years, and God willing, and with the health problems that I have, I hope I make it to at least a bunch of them, but it'll be kind of the highlight of the Gambler, the trailer and the car, and of course I'm not going to take the trailer on the course, but the SVX will be ready for it. I'm going to do road sign, freaking skid plates, and really well protect the bottom of the car, and I'm going to do some upgrades to it that make it so if I hit a rock or something, because I did that a lot in my my little Forester, which I will, once I figure out how to edit and do pictures and stuff, I will post some pictures of the Forester. It was a great car. I loved it. I would do another one, but there's things I would do differently about it. Like I went for the sake of the Gambler, so I cut the roof of it off and made it a little truck bed in the back. And I actually used it as a truck a lot. I hauled the SVX motor in it, and it served as a pickup. And I also cut the roof all the way to the windshield. And yeah, that was really cool, but I would get a tonneau cover off of a pickup or something and figure out how to seal it so when it rains or it snows or I'm protected from the elements. I did a PCV back end with ABS, PCV, ABS piping, whatever, which I'm going to repurpose into like kitchen cabinets and stuff like that for the Outback, because I'm trying to save as much weight as I can because I'm keeping a lot of the car in itself. Like, yes, the engine's gone, the front suspension's gone, but a lot of the wiring harnesses I need to still survive because I want to be able to connect power to this car and have the windows electrics work and the radio work and the heater controls work, because I wanted to do a try to figure out or fabricate a way to heat antifreeze and run it through the heater core and be able to make heat like that. I will be getting a diesel heater, and I will do an in-depth thing about that. I'll do like a review of it. I'm a little nervous because I am going to, because of my budget, I'm going to get the Wish one, and you know how Chinese crap is, but I'm hoping it'll work out. But I'm planning to get a small generator, like a quiet, small little generator, and I'm going to build bracketry under where the engine used to be. I'm going to try to keep, I'm thinking about keeping the front end whole and not bending the frame rails in like I originally thought. So I'll put a small generator in there. I don't want too much weight. And I got to figure out electrical for shore power and just do a lot of stuff like that. I need to find a rear seat for it because I plan to have that as my couch since the front seats are gone. And it's a lot of trial by error, like I said before. And I'm hoping that you guys will come with me on my journey. And because there's not really a whole lot of people out there that have done this and had an in-depth video. I've seen pictures, which when I learn how to edit videos and whatnot, I will show pictures of what the car that I'm using as a muse or whatever you call it, a template. And I know he bent the frame rails in, but I just think of more benefits about having the front end whole, because then I have extra storage. Granted, I can't put a whole lot of weight up there because of tongue weight and whatnot, but it's something that I decided to do. I mounted the headlights back on and the fog lights are mounted back on. I'm not going to put the bumper back on or the fenders back on. I am going to get a hood, but and all that is kind of like a joke for the Rambler, and I will have extra light camped with the headlights and the fog lights, and stuff like that. And I'm going to put some off-road lights on it as well, just to make it look more off-roady. And I want to get an awning for it and stuff like that. And it's just going to be my creation and my ideas. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then I'll change it. But I just wanted to let y'all know what's going on, because I told you guys I would post more. And I do plan to vlog. I don't really know if that's really a thing, but since I'm going to be out on the road, it might be just cool to just like film my experience on the road and share with you my life and stuff like that. Maybe make some money on YouTube. And I don't want to say YouTube famous, but I just I don't know. I've always kind of been admiring of like Off the Ranch Guy and Doug Morano and a lot of the other YouTube people that do cars. Doug Morano does more of the car stuff, which I'm into. But Hoopty's Garage, that one guy, I forgot his name, but he's a cool guy that I watch a lot. And Off the Ranch, Demolition Ranch, I watch, and it might be good for me to do stuff like this to give me more self-esteem and not be as sheltered or closeted in myself, and just share with my life. And maybe somebody will think it's interesting. Maybe somebody will find it fascinating and actually subscribe to my thing. But nonetheless, I just wanted to touch base with everybody, and I don't even know how many people have watched my videos, but it's probably a long-winded video, and I'm probably going to bore everybody, and I apologize, but I'm just letting people know that I try to do something with the build every day. But with it being snowy out, I actually showed up at my friend's house in Denver, and I stay with him when it's really cold out until I can get the camper to where it'll have heat and I can be comfortable in it and stuff. Me staying in the camper every once in a while is just kind of a trial basis that makes it's kind of getting me ready for the full time off the grid living that I will be doing in the future. It's gonna be a little tough, but I just I've been wanting to do it for years, and like, I'm gonna miss my cat. I'm not taking my cat on the off the grid living because he's little princess, and it's not right for me to do that to a cat. So he stays with my friend, and he's safe and loved here. And but nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I will be doing more videos in the next coming days. And I'm still trying to get a memory card for my video camera, so I can just put my video camera up and film myself doing, like, taking the suspension and the whatnots down and trying to show people that it's not as scary as you think. I know it's a big job to pull an engine and drop the whole suspension of a car, but it's time consuming, and it's a lot of weight, and it's heavy, and you just got to go in there and just tackle it and just make your dreams come true and just do what makes you happy. So thank you for watching, and I guess what everybody else says, subscribe and hit the notification button, and I will be posting more videos that are more interesting and actually work-based, which I haven't done any work-based ones, but I plan on doing that next. It's probably going to be through my cell phone, so it'll just be little video clips of me doing stuff and explaining how to do it. And I'm trying to get work, and I'm trying to apply for jobs so I can start affording to do more of the stuff that I need to do on it. But thank you for watching, and have a great day, night, whatever.